Maybe the worst thing that has ever happened to me just happened to me as I was cutting this cigar. The wrapper cracked, and now the cap end of the cigar is missing part of its beautiful Mexican San Andreas. Honestly, I don't even know how we're going to go on.
It's considered good luck in Latvia.
Oh, well, in that case, it's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That right there is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy, and this is the Murcielago from Espinosa. I do not blame you, Eric Espinosa, for this horrible thing that has happened to the cap here. This is a box press Toro coming in 6x52, which means it is 6 inches long. Always makes Fingers Malloy laugh. And the ring gauge is a 52, the diameter of the cigar, or how thick it is around. Again, with the laughter. So a 64 ring gauge would be a full 1 inch around, like a box press tremendously, certainly like the 52 ring gauge. And Mexican San Andreas, so many cigars a few years back took on the San Andreas in one way or another. Wrapper or binder, trying to add that little bit of chocolatey, sweet going on. I had this cigar. I was in Noblesville, Indiana. You know exactly where that is. Not too far from where we are in Indianapolis, Indiana. And I grabbed one. I forget where I was. And I'm smoking in the car. I do smoke in the car. Not often, usually on road trips, but I was just in the mood. And I thought it was outrageously strong. It was like all punch me in the face. I haven't touched it since. It's a medium. Or at least I'm told it's a medium. But I don't know why that day it hit me so hard. I have not had the cigar since. We've done a lot of Espinosas, of course, what the work that Eric Espinosa does with Guy Fieri. My God, I just forgot the name of the cigar that he does.
The Knuckle Sandwich.
The Knuckles. I'm going to go political. I went full Joe Biden, and I forgot what Joe Biden or Rick Perry. I'll let you do either political moment right there. You might want to go to Google and look that up. Forgot what it was. Yes.
Just don't Google Rick Perry corn dog.
Oh, God. No, don't do that. It's actually it's not a great visual. But it's Espinosa, and they do excellent work. And this wrapper, I don't know if it's a touch of oil. Maybe it's a very light touch. But what it does, it has a lot of texture, a little bit of grit. You can feel the leaf, and it's a very, very pretty color, Fingers.
It is. It's got a nice hand feel to it. You said it's a 52?
Yeah.
It feels smaller than a 52, doesn't it?
It doesn't feel light, though.
Box press. No. I mean, like, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what's going on.
It's more squared.
That's exactly what's going on. This is a real square. And that's very weird because when you get box presses, right? So box presses are flattened down, right? And usually they have very soft edges and they're almost oval. And the box press comes from the rollers in Cuba, and they would press them down so when they were rolling, they could put their cigar down and it wouldn't blow away in the winds. That's one of the rationales for the box press. I happen to love the box press feel. But yes, compared to other box presses, this thing is a freaking square as opposed to a rectangle or really softer on the edges. That is exactly where I was going to go, Fingers Malloy.
Yeah.
You're not crazy.
So we just lit this. I'm in the first third of the cigar, and the only thing I'm picking up right now is there's a decent bit of spice on the stick. Other than that, I'm muscling through.
What do you mean?
So earlier today, I was enjoying my lunch.
Oh, and what vending machine did you get it from?
Oh, no. We're post-Easter, and I had Easter leftovers.
There were Easter leftovers?
Yes.
No one informs me of these things.
These were Cracker Barrel Easter leftovers.
I don't know what that means.
They're leftovers from Cracker Barrel.
Oh, okay. No, I get it. It took me a little while. Just go with it.
I was chewing on a tough piece of steak, and man, I bit my lip. It is the swelling. It's like I've got a grape stapled to my lip, so I can't get.
Oh my God!
I can't get a proper seal.
I usually try not to look at your mouth ever. That is.
It's hard to get a proper seal.
Wow, that is not attractive. You look like that one girl in high school. Oh, you know the one.
No, I don't know.
Oh, I'll tell you about her later. That is not good. So you bit down hard.
Yes.
As you were digging on the gristle.
So at the time I thought, oh, well, these are one of the things that happen when you're enjoying a tough piece of steak. These accidents can happen. I had no idea how it was going to impact my career.
Yes, that's what this is. This is your career. This is also why I only get my beef from DefianceBeef.com. Use promo code EatDrinkSmoke. We'll talk about them in a minute. Espinosa does some lovely work. And really, truly, what the knuckle sandwich has done in the cigar world has just been massive. And they built something that was very, very nice, very, very easy, solid price point. But Eric is a guy who absolutely thinks of himself as an artist, I would say. Is a guy who sees himself as a creative and wants to be expanding and pushing and growing. And so this right here, Mexican San Andreas in the wrapper. And then you are Nicaraguan in the binder and the filler. And you talk about the spice you get off this, right off the quick. First I want to say, anyone can call this a medium as they want. I'm 2 puffs in. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It is indeed that big. I think this plays much more towards full. Secondly, I think that this is a pretty woody a cigar. I think there's a strong bit of oak that's going on. Maybe as that spice will bring it more into the cedar world. But there's also a richness. There is a fullness in the cheek on this cigar. The Murcielago from Espinosa Cigars. You want to get your notebook out. What did you eat today? What did you drink today? Beautiful weather as we're recording in Indianapolis, Indiana. A little chilly, but the sun was shining and everything was joyous and happy out there. And you want to take that notebook and then you want to write down your flavors, right? You break the cigar into thirds, first third, second third, final third. And then you write down the flavors you're getting out of the cigar. Doesn't matter how weird, doesn't matter how esoteric, write them down in your notebook. Any spiral notebook will do. And then when you try the cigar a month from now, 6 months from now, whatever it is, you go back and you write down those flavors again, and then you look at it. Like, what did I get this time, the last time? And that's your through line, what you really thought of the cigar. And then you can start saying, okay, when it's Mexican San Andreas and Nicaraguan, when it's this, when it's that, you can get an idea of maybe your flavor profile, not maybe, definitely your flavor profile, and what it is that you like.
I'll tell you, one thing about this, is it a slight wiffle ball bat to you?
I'm telling you, no.
No?
What are you?
You know what it is?
Now it's in my head that the cigar is light. I don't think so.
I think my fat lip is throwing everything off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's going down.
Tilting?
Yes. I feel like the bulk that was in my arm, the beef
meatiness
has
lisping?
shifted over here to my lip. You understand what's going on? This just happened. It only happened 6 hours ago.
Do you want some ice?
Yes.
I'll get you some ice.
With some bourbon.
I know a guy.
Oh.
I got an ice guy.
Wow. Paid by the hour?
Only way to get paid, baby. This is the Murcielago from Espinosa Cigars. Is it in our humidor? We'll talk about that in just a moment. Keep it here. This is Eat, Drink, Smoke. So there is a recall that you actually need to know about and you need to pay attention to, and it's dealing with Costco. And as you know, that is where all of the Fingers Malloy fan club loves to shop.
Just in the food court. Is it called the food court there?
No.
It's not a court.
No, it's a hot dog stand.
A hot dog stand? I think it's not called the hot dog stand either. What's it called?
It should be called the hot dog stand. Otherwise, it's called the food court. It's the food court in Costco.
That's fair enough.
You can get yourself a hot dog. You can get yourself a chicken bake,
yeah.
Caesar salad. Get yourself some yogurt ice cream thing there. Right?
Yeah. You know what's strange is I always associate a food court with several different little restaurants.
You can get salads, meats, pastries, and desserts.
Ooh, ice cream.
Right.
Ice cream.
Food court.
Yeah. Okay.
Just no onion gun.
Bastards.
It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That is America's favorite amateur drinker, Fingers Malloy. This is actually serious. They sell a saute pan set called the Granite Stone Diamond Pro Blue. And this is the kind of thing you bought it for yourself. You bought it for your kids' college, right? Or first apartment or whatever it is. There are more than 740,000
Wow.
of these sets being affected because the issue is a small metal cap attached to the handle screw, which can pop off when the pan heats up,
Same.
posing a risk of burns or impact injuries. You mean impalement.
Wow.
It heats up and it fires off. We call that a bullet. The pan will shoot you, ladies and gentlemen. It will shoot you and it will do damage. Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy. I could tell you one pan that doesn't have that awful feature. It's my new cast iron skillet.
And
have
you used less oil?
I used less oil,
and
the sear was much better. Wasn't perfect, but it was much better.
Okay, so here, just as a bit of refresher, first things first, if you have this, there have been reports of 98 defects. People are actually getting hurt. The recall was issued earlier last week, or the beginning of April, I should say. Covers the two-piece sets containing the 10-inch and the 11.5-inch pan. So, you know what? I thought it was the larger set. Everybody could have said, like, oh, great, I need some extra pans. So you may have bought this.
Yes, and apparently, the headline of the piece we're referring to says Costco and Walmart, but you could also purchase them on Amazon as well. So if you purchase them on Amazon, you need to watch out too.
And then there's this. You're like, hey, I didn't buy any pans recently. No. Between August of 2021 and February of 2026. So COVID is hitting, and you're like, I'm going to be cooking all the time. I need new pans. There you go. You really should take a look, because right now, maybe you're just lucky. This is quite literally frying pan Russian roulette at this stage of the game. But you were talking about your cast iron. So if you missed last week's episode, dun dun dun, here's a little recap. Fingers got himself a cast iron skillet. First time using the cast iron in his life. And he's like, I don't get the idea. I don't get the big deal with this cast iron, see? It doesn't make any sense, see? Why is everybody so excited about the cast iron, see? It's like I can't even get a good sear on my steak, see? What am I supposed to do? Wait, is that the way you said it? Or was it a little
see?
bit? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, this cast iron skillet will never catch me alive, see?
So it turns out he was using about 9 gallons of oil.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
It turns out no.
You're not supposed to deep fry your steak?
Wait, yes, but that's not what you were doing. You were saying I can't get a good sear on this cast iron because I'm using too much. I feel like I'm using too much oil because you're concerned about sticking and other things. And I don't think you should be concerned about sticking whatsoever. You should be concerned about what you're going to deglaze the pan with to get all those little bits up and then add that flavor to other foods like onions.
Now, what would you use to deglaze? Fresca?
I would absolutely use a Fresca.
Okay.
Or a tab is what I would do. So I said, you want to put enough oil on the pan to let the bottom glisten. The glistening is the secret. And so, did you do this, or did you add more than a glisten?
No, I added 1 line of olive oil, and then I did the old pick and swirl. I picked the pan up and I swirled it around until there was a sheen across the bottom of the pan. No standing oil at all. And then I put the steak on there. It stuck just a little bit.
Okay,
but that was okay.
Now the follow-up question. What heat did you have the stove? This is gas. What heat did you have the stove on?
Medium heat.
Okay. Was the pan truly sizzle hot when you put the steak on?
Preheated.
Don't lie to us.
Why would I lie?
Don't lie to Eat, Drink, Smoke Nation.
Why would I lie?
We could see right through that.
If I were to lie, I would have said right from the beginning, I got that cast iron skillet, and boy, howdy, the first steak came out with the perfect sear. I didn't say that.
No.
I didn't turn Eat, Drink, Smoke into my own den of lies.
I knew the line was coming. Still made me laugh. Do you think it was hot enough?
Well, listen, I set the burner at 5. The burner goes low all the way up to 10. Put it right at 5. And then I set the skillet on there, and it sat there for 8 to 10 minutes. I would say. And then I took some water and I did the old flick and splash. Flicked the water on that skillet and it started dancing.
Hold on a second. The old
flick and splash.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna get it out. The old flick and splash.
Flick and splash.
I live next door to them. Back in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Great neighbors. The flick and splashes?
Yeah.
Oh, just terrific.
Could they play canasta?
Could they play canasta? Like sharks, they played canasta.
So I believe the skillet was hot enough.
Okay. You can add a little more oil or just be like, yeah, there might be a little bit of stick. It's not the end of the world.
It isn't seasoned quite like it should be yet, I would think. I've only used it 4 times.
Yeah, okay, you got some more to go.
Yeah.
So you're not washing it with soap when you're done, are you?
No, I use gasoline. Fresca. I use water and a touch of Dawn dish soap.
What?
I've been told from reliable sources, Dawn dish soap is so mild it won't have much of a problem.
Okay. I'm telling you, if you're going to season a cast iron skillet, you literally can't wash it for 13 years.
I've just been using water. I just wanted to see your reaction when I said I was using Dawn dish soap. I put it in the dishwasher.
So you do lie.
That was a joke.
Oh, you were just fibbing for fun.
Fibbing for Fun is my favorite podcast.
Right. The Fibbin' Funds live next door to the Flickin' Splashes. So, yeah, give it some more time, but maybe a little more heat based on how the burner works, right? Where is the most heat coming from? Okay. Even though it should carry.
Maybe turn it on high and leave it on high for 10 minutes. And then when I'm getting ready to put the steak on, lower the heat to 5. Because you're not supposed to have it on full blast, right? When you're putting a steak on it, that's too hot.
I don't. I certainly don't.
That's too hot.
Well, I don't know if it's too hot.
It is. Look what it did to my lip.
That your lip is not caused by that. But I like the fact that you're experimenting and moving forward on this. This is the way to live.
I worked great for my pizza rolls the other day.
It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. Eat, Drink, Smoke. It is your cigar, bourbon, foodie extravaganza. I'm Tony Katz. That's Fingers Malloy. Go to eatdrinksmokeshow.com and find everything we do. And the videos on YouTube, you guys have been fantastic. As we grow that channel, we're learning our way through it. It's getting better day by day by day. We're fixing some video issues that are driving me crazy. I don't think anybody else even knows. Honestly, the studio is great, but the studio is not set up for video efficiency for this show. It's set up for my other stuff. So I've got an appointment with the videographer. We're going to be resetting everything. We might move tables. We might move chairs. Everything might change.
Maybe a set?
We might get to a set.
Wow.
Yeah, it might become a thing.
May I make one suggestion?
Sure.
A centerpiece. Maybe a chafing dish in the middle.
Chafing dish always makes a good gift. Or candlesticks. We are smoking the Murcielago from Espinosa. What? I can't Bull Durham with the rest of them?
There you go.
That's who I am. That's what I do.
That a TV show?
This is the Murcielago from Espinosa Cigars, 6x52 box press. I'm telling you, this is bigger. I don't think the spice is massive. I do think that it is there. I think for Mexican San Andreas, that chocolatey that I usually get out of it, a little bit of sweetness, it's turned into a richness that is then hit with a lot of power. I'm telling you. I had this cigar quite a few years ago, I'm like, that is a big, bold cigar. Haven't had it since. And some people were talking about it as a medium. I'm like, is this a medium and I just am not seeing it? No, it's a big, bold cigar. It is a big, bold cigar, Fingers Malloy. What say you?
No, I agree. There's a richness to it. That spice has subsided a little bit. It has been, for the most part, this is my fault. It's canoeing a little bit, but I have not been really paying attention. So
I don't think I've touched mine up at all.
No, that I have not had to do, which is always great. I'm very happy with this so far. But I wanted to ask you a question about when you have a cigar that's a full cigar,
full-bodied cigar,
and maybe you Smoked it on an empty stomach.
Oh.
And maybe afterward you're not feeling all that well.
It's already terrible.
It's horrible.
Crusty.
So what do? Do you just is there a go-to drink for you? Because I've just discovered, for me, when I have situations like that happen, and I'm like, oh, this isn't good. A little spearmint.
Not peppermint? Spearmint?
Spearmint for me.
Okay.
Takes it right away. Peppermint for you?
I always thought it was peppermint that did that for the belly. Maybe it is spearmint and I've got it wrong. For me, in those rare moments where I get a little upset because it's a very, very large cigar and I was on a truly empty stomach, milkshake.
Really?
I'm not even joking.
I thought you were going to say something like, for me, shrimp cocktail.
I'm not gonna do that. Milkshake. Milk, right? Like coating, simple, right? Create some base going on to whatever that acid churn is.
We did a show.
Like bread will also work, or saltines will also work. But
It
milkshake, mainly because I'm in the mood for it.
It rarely happens to me, but we did a show 2 years ago, and I wish I remember what cigar it was, where I got home, I had to lie down.
Really?
It was like, you know what? This old boy needs to lay down for a little bit because this did not hit me right. I didn't have any spearmint.
I have had over the years cigars that make okay. I gotta set this down. I gotta slow down for a minute, take a breath, and catch my breath. You know, it just you can feel that kind of thing happening. I have not had to. I can't think of it. I haven't had to lay down since the days I lived in Tampa. And I'm standing outside. I'm smoking, of all things. I mean, this is when I was first, years ago, getting into smoking. I was smoking a CAO America, which is the barber pole.
Oh, nice.
And I then went inside and I laid down on the couch for 2 hours. I was a mess. I don't know why. I still don't know why. But I remember that distinctly. I've also never had a CAO America again.
Really?
Maybe I've had one.
You need to revisit that.
In all this shit. I will. It's a lovely looking cigar. It was me. It wasn't the cigar's fault.
But you know what you need to do? You need to revisit that in Tampa.
Tampa's good people.
That's true.
I lived in Tampa for a while. Tampa's good people. The Columbia Burnt Steakhouse. Oh, there are good things all over. Oh, Ybor City, Cigar City, USA. Absolutely.
How have we never made a trip to Ybor City?
Because you're always busy. I'll go with you. You want to go? We'll go this weekend. Right now. We will go get in the car.
Okay.
We'll just go. We'll go, we'll eat, we'll smoke. It'll be perfect.
Having said all that,
yes,
this cigar is not doing that. This is an enjoyable cigar that it hits you the right way. I don't feel like, of course, we're only in the first third of the cigar, but I don't feel like I have to lie down.
Is it in your humidor for, let's call it $11 a stick?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a no.
Oh.
And so I know who I am, and I know what I want. There are Espinosa cigars in the Zona de Tobacco series. Oh, absolutely. That I want to make sure I get the names because they're numbered. It's a fantastic series of cigars. The Zona 10-year and things like that. Oh yeah, all day. But this is just bigger than I want to be. Price-wise, I get it. If you like a big, bold smoke, yeah, you're going to do this. And that's just it, right? Different strokes for different folks. It's just for me, I'm not doing, it's not where my $11 is going.
For me, it's one of those things. Am I going to have a full box of these in my humidor? Probably not. But it's getting harder and harder to find cigars under $12 a stick that we have reviewed that just like a home run. The construction was there. Didn't have 20 bands on it that I had to.
This one has 2.
It has 2. Okay. But $11 a stick. I'm just. Is it that I'm just getting old and cranky?
No, it isn't. It isn't. By the way, I did not mention the Laranja series. The orange label Laranja, from Espinosa, that one, that's a box I would keep in my humidor. Yes. So there are Espinosa cigars I would do this with. You're not. It has nothing to do with your age. Everything right now has to do with the multiplicity of economic events hitting all of us in the face at one time. You've got a war. And I don't know where we are this weekend with it. Because as we're recording, we actually recorded earlier in the week, and it was all about President Trump saying 8 p.m. Well, I don't know what happened since. So please don't think we're trying to avoid anything major. We just recorded early this week, and we don't know. So you've got gas prices higher. Insurance prices are insane. You're still paying in all the things that you buy because manufacturers are now passing tariff costs down. Everything is just overwhelming. And now it's like, what do you mean I can't find a good cigar for $11? What's wrong with everybody?
What's wrong with everybody indeed? I'm trying to buy a used car.
Do you want to talk about the hell that maybe somebody has a used car they would sell you?
You think?
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. The amount of people, I've got stories up the yin yang of just unusual experiences talking to salespeople where you're like, oh, these people are weasels, just absolute weasels.
Some are lovely, I'm sure. Not everybody's a weasel.
Almost everybody I've dealt with so far.
No, but again, this is your problem. This is about you, because what you are seeing is that the days of buying a $6,000 used car for the kids, it's over.
Yeah.
You're now buying a $12,000 used car for the kids, if you can find it.
And it's 9 years old, 10 years old, 100,000 miles on it, and you're still throwing 10 grand down.
Dude, I will not even tell you what I've been looking at to replace a car for one of my kids, because I know the replacement's going to have to come. It's all madness. So it's not you. It's just everything is converging. We'll get to news of the week coming up. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. Over here at Eat, Drink, Smoke, we like to bring you the news. Now, it's not necessarily the news that you're getting everywhere else. It's special news. We call it News of the Week. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke. I'm Tony Katz. That's Fingers Malloy. He is America's, what do you call it? A happy hour anchorman?
Yes.
Is that what you are?
Johnny Good News.
That's what they call him. They call him Johnny Good News, and it's time, Fingers Malloy, for News of the Week.
USA Today has a story. Tony, CBS has revealed the future of its nightly time slot after the end of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. You ready for this?
Oh, I know this story inside and out.
I know you do, because we've talked about this gentleman before privately. I don't know if we've ever talked about what he does on the show, but he's got hands in everything, it feels like. The network announced on April 6th that Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen will move to the 11:35 time slot, excuse me. And then there's going to be another show after that, I believe.
It's funny you should ask is the name of the show, which is also produced by Byron Allen. Byron Allen started off as a comic, and Byron Allen got his first break on a show called Real People. You remember that show?
Sarah Purcell.
Skip
Stevenson.
Okay. And there may have been
Fred Willard.
Was Fred Willard on that show?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Got
and
my finger on the pulse of pop culture.
And Real People was basically America's Funniest Home Videos before America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yes. Okay. Get a load of that guy. He's got the largest radish in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Next on Real People.
That's a large radish. From there, he was doing comedy and had a solid business mind and started creating his own production company. Byron Allen has gotten so large because you've seen these shows, Comic Unleashed, this, that, and you're like, it's formulaic, it's got the 4 comics, etc. Byron Allen owns the Weather Channel. Byron Allen might be worth $300-400 million. Byron Allen created a world. He produces movies. He does distribution. It is nuts what that guy has done. It is an unbelievable story. People should be studying Byron Allen at universities and possibly with a microscope.
Absolutely. Having said that, when this announcement was made and I read this, I couldn't help but think of the late, great Norm Macdonald.
Yes.
And he's talked about his experience on Comics Unleashed.
Oh, really?
Oh, good Lord.
No.
He tells a story. He said that, listen, I remember watching Comics Unleashed 20 years ago. It'd be one of those shows that would be on at 1:30 in the morning, and you'd just have 4 comics. I'm going to butcher this. But
butcher away, because I never wanted to have a relationship with Byron Allen anyway.
Norm, like he cares, Mike, about this story. Norm talked about how Byron would host the show, and it's basically turning to comics to let them do their material for laughs. But he said the segues are absolutely terrible. He said one time he turned to John Lovitz and said, "John, I understand you're aging."
Oh my God.
Yeah. Just that.
Really?
I understand you're aging.
That's great.
So it'll be interesting to see, because I don't know.
Now, wait, did the story give the key detail to this? So Colbert, CBS decided we're out of the late night game. We're done. Colbert's off the air May 20 something. Gone.
May 21st.
Byron Allen bought the 2 hours.
Are you
They're not
serious?
picking up the show for the sake of picking up the show. According to the articles I've read, he bought the hours and he's going to sell his own ad time. This guy is my hero.
Wow.
I don't need, you know what? You've got a platform that's great. It's going to help me a lot. Here you go. What's the check? So they're now going to make money in late night because they don't have to produce anything. They're just selling the time. They brokered it out. And he is going to do it all. Now you got to understand that show compared to what they pay to produce the Late Show.
Oh,
Comics Unleashed can't cost much. Cannot cost 6 figures an episode. Can't.
there's no way. I mean, you would hear stories about the Late Show with David Letterman beforehand, and now Stephen Colbert, where they've got 100 people on staff to put this show together. There's no way for Comics Unleashed. Oh, what, 15? You think? Let's just speculate because it's fun. I mean, how many people? There's no way it's anywhere near that. The comics are coming up. If the format's going to be the same, where Byron Allen, if he's going to host it, is just going to.
I think he's still going to host.
Yeah, it's just going to sit back and turn to comics and let them do their material. It's genius. It really is.
The genius is not in the way he's doing it. I would tell him that directly. The genius is that he owns it all. Totally banking on himself, totally buying in on himself, totally believing in himself. That is the part. That's why the guy needs to be freaking studied. You're talking about Real People was on the early 1980s and saying there is a path for me. There is a place for me to do this. That's unbelievable.
I just can't imagine buying 2 hours of network time. I don't care what time it is. The amount of money.
It's real money. It's absolutely real money. And what he has said to himself is, yeah, I can do this. And I think it is the most spectacular, terrific, incredible. I have never met the dude. I'd love to do that interview. I'd love to dig in. I want to know about every moment he got laughed at. Every moment someone said, "What's wrong with you?" Every moment he just put it on the table and put it on the line and said, "I'm all in." Every single moment. Because some of them had to not work, right? They're 2 sides of the bell curve. Some of this stuff had to come back. All entrepreneurs have those stories. But man, to do it in that public of a way, everything else, I mean, it's nuts.
It is. His growth has been impressive. And meanwhile, ESPN announced they're going to lay off another 30 employees after an unexpected revenue dip having to do with a carriage issue with YouTube TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So more layoffs coming to ESPN. We saw a lot of talent being laid off over the past few years. They keep paying more and more money for things like the NFL. And at some point you wonder, with the NBA, you've seen it where there was a tremendous amount of money spent to get the NBA back to NBC. If the ratings justify spending that kind of money on sports. How is this going to have an impact long term on how sports is covered when you see these staff cuts continuing at ESPN and other sport networks?
But the cuts are also self-inflicted at ESPN. ESPN has decided to be political when people just want sports. They don't care that it's political to the left. They just don't want it. Don't give us lectures. Don't teach us lessons. Just do sports. This is all we want. And they need to learn that. They need to do that. They need to be focused on that. So there's a lot that ESPN has done to itself. And that needs to be recognized, that they're part of the reason for their own issues. And also, as you talk about sports, every streaming service is now picking up a thing, buying a thing. What does ESPN offer that it used to really control?
And why should I have to watch SportsCenter anymore when I can go to YouTube and within an hour and a half after, say, a Detroit Tigers game, the highlights are completely clipped up and I can watch an entire baseball game, the highlights, in 7 or 8 minutes. Why am I turning on the SportsCenter?
And there's so many people who do this now, and
Absolutely.
really talented. I can't tell you who the ESPN guys are anymore. There's a couple names I remember and know and respect.
Mort Saul.
Oh, the great Mort Saul. By the way, Mort Saul's a comic. The album's behind me. We're not talking about someone actually from ESPN. But yeah, they've got a problem and they haven't figured it out yet. Keep it here. It's Eat, Drink, Smoke.
Follow Eat, Drink, Smoke on social media, on Twitter at Go Eat, Drink, Smoke, on Facebook, facebook.com/Eat, Drink, Smoke, and Instagram at Eat, Drink, Smoke Podcast.